Hey everybody, how are y'all doing today? I hope y'all are doing spectacular, wonderful, fabulous, whatever else you want to throw up in there. So I'm back. I want to do. I hope y'all can see that. Oh, whatever. But anyway, um, so we left off yesterday Zealand Zealand Meek and Mr. Santiago going to get jewels from Havana, Cuba, where Mr. Ramirez had taken him so he took jewels because of, I'm not even gonna say that's a spoiler alert, but you'll find out why. But I'm gonna try and do a few chapters tonight, and yeah, hmm. I know I'm thinking out loud. I'm sorry. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and dive on into it. I may have to pause and end the live because um I'm trying to edit some material to put on here. So just bear with me. Tomorrow may be an all day read for us, guys. It may just be. But let's go ahead and jump into this so we can wrap this book up and jump into our next title. Sorry, I like that song. Oh, sorry, I thought it was working. Haha. Let's see. What is the issue? It's not working. I may have to come back. Yeah, I may have to come back at 7, guys. I'm sorry. But I will come back though, because I'm off tomorrow. So, and I wanted to go live tonight. But since I'm in the middle of editing, I can't. My thing is not going to work.
Chapter
Oh, there
19
it goes.
I'm so damn nervous about my sister having her babies. I'm so glad everyone is safe and on the way home. Friend, are you alright? How is CI? Toya asked as she came running in the waiting room. I'm fine, boo, you got here fast as hell, I told her. Girl, I was knocked the hell out, but I got my ass up for my best bitches, Toya said. I haven't told anyone I was pregnant, not even Toya. I wanted to share this with Zilan, before I shared it with anyone else. I hope they hurry the hell up and get here. We were all relieved to know that Jules was safe. Grams, Miss Simone, and Carrie were in the room with Syrah. We were at Cedar Sinai, and Miss Simone asked them to move Syrah to a private suite that would accommodate the family. She said she knew Jules was not going to have CI in that small ass room. I was glad she did that for CI, because Grams needed rest, and so did Carrie. They were comfortable, and I was so happy about that. The doctor said C's contractions slowed down. I'm glad they gave her that medicine because she was able to get some rest. Seeing all this shit unfold had me nervous as hell about being pregnant. Hope when it was my time, my babies did me right. Toy, how are things going at home? I asked Toya. Ari, he hasn't been home in a couple of days. I'm not worried, I'm used to the shit. He can do whatever he want to do. When I got with him, you know I was crazy about Shad's ass, but he been moving different for years, Toya spoke. But Toya, You allow this nigga to move different, shit if he want out, give him what the fuck he wants. You don't deserve that shit, and you know it Toya, I told her. I know friend, but I still love him. Sometimes I think I be fooling myself thinking he gon' change. Then there is Meek, I don't want to go there with him, and he has a damn truck full of women. I don't want to deal with the same shit I'm dealing with now Toya said with a sigh. Girl, I don't think Meek is that way at all. But if he does have women by the boatload, he can because he is single Toy. But if he had a real one on his side, I don't think he will do her wrong, I said. We will see, Toya spoke. Let's go see what's going on with Syrah, I said, and we got up to head back to Syrah's room. Everybody was asleep, but Grams, and she was on her phone texting back and forth. Grams, has she dilated any more? I asked. Yeah, she's 6 centimeters, we got 4 more to go. Hey Toya, how you doing baby? Grams said. Hey Grams, I'm good, Toya replied. That's good baby, Ari have you heard from the guys anymore? Grams asked. No ma'am not yet, hopefully they will be here soon. I'm glad her contractions slowed down. I hope they make it, I responded, and as soon as I said that the nurse walked in the room. Miss Voss I just came to check you out, to see where we are. You have been having some very close contractions. The nurse said to Syrah. She checked Syrah, and said she was 8 centimeters and that she was going to go call the doctor. Because it would be much longer, before Syrah begins to push. It has been a couple of hours since I talked to Zealand and I just pray they make it, because Syrah is going to have these babies real soon. Chapter 20 Zealand Yultz was even more pissed than he was when we got on this plane. All I want for my brother is for him to live a happy life, with his family. We have been going through so much shit these past few months, and it just seems that the hits keep coming. But let me tell you one thing, we gon' always come out on top. Bruh, we gon' get there, don't worry. See, I not gon' have those babies without you. We got another hour on this plane and we good, I said to Jules. I'm just nervous. All this shit that's going on is the reason she is in early labor and I'm so pissed about it. I need to get to her bro. I can't miss the birth of my children, Jules stated, with a concerned look. We getting there, you won't miss their birth bro, I responded. The pilot was aware of what was going on and assured us that he would do everything he could to get us back to New York, as soon as he could. With all this shit going on, I need to see my girl and love on her. Ari was my baby and could get whatever she wanted out of me. I joke around with her a lot, but my baby got me gone. The love I have floating around for her ass will get a nigga killed fucking with that one. Yo, what's up with you and Toya my G? Y'all been spending some time together, and you've been showing your ass with her. So, what's up? I asked Meek. Man, Lil Mama is just on some other shit. She need to figure out what she want to do before fucking with me. You know I'm not with no bullshit, and she got a man that she say she love but he do her ass dirty. I'm not going to go into detail, because I don't want to put her business in the streets. But you know me, I will kill this nigga if he come it. Me over his girl. I got too many women in my damn lineup to be worried about a chick that has a man, Meek said with his face all balled up. He can say what he wants to say, but I know his ass is feeling Toya big time. I hear you man, but be easy on her, she is Ari's best friend, and you know she is going to stick with her friend. If you don't want any parts of it, just leave her alone, I told Meek, and he nodded and continued texting on his phone. About 30 minutes later we were landing, and I was happy as hell to be back. Please tell me we have a car waiting for us. Jules asked. Yeah, I called ahead to make sure we got you to the hospital quick, I said, as we headed off the plane. We were in the truck, and the driver wasted no time getting us to the hospital. Jules wasted no time jumping out of the car, and I was right behind him. Meek decided to head home to get some rest and wanted me to call with an update. Ari had already sent us the information on what floor they were on. We skipped right by the check-in desk. Thought that we were in a hurry. As soon as the elevator door opened we took off running and pushed the door to the room open. Oh, thank you God, I'm so happy to see my boys, our mother stated. Beautiful, I'm here, tell me what's going on. Jules said to Sierra. Jules, I'm so glad you made it here baby, I love you. I was so scared that you were hurt, and I would never see you again, Sierra cried out. Shhh don't cry beautiful, I'm here and we are all safe, Jules whispered to Ci. We all walked out of the room to give them some privacy. Babe, you don't know how glad I am to see you, Ari said kissing my lips. Shit I needed to see you, I love you lil lady, I told Ari, bringing her in for a hug. Son, I'm glad y'all made it because I was ready to come fuck some shit up in Cuba. How y'all fine ass granddaddy doing? I'm telling you now I'm popping it for a real nigga when I see his ass, Molly said, dropping it low and shit. Somebody need to get this damn lady, because her ass is crazy. Chapter 21 He doctors told me that the babies were around 5 pounds in weight, and that they felt a little better about them being delivered early. They did have a team for premature deliveries awaiting their arrival. I was so fucking nervous, but so relieved that Jules was here and wouldn't miss their birth. One felt a little discomfort but for the most part, there was no real pain. Thank God for epidurals, because I don't know if I could ever have a baby natural. That fucking pain is no joke, and I was ready to pull my damn hair out my head. Jules, I feel a lot of pressure and it's so uncomfortable, I told him. Okay babe let me get someone in here to make sure you are alright, Jules stated, and left the room. I asked him about his face, and he said he didn't want to talk about anything bad that has happened. He wanted us to concentrate on the good that was taking place right now. Ms. Voss, I'm Dr. Davis, how are you feeling honey? The doctor said coming in the room. I'm glad to see you that's for sure, but I feel a lot of pressure. When is Dr. Stevens coming in? I asked her. She is here and will be in shortly, let's check you out to see where we are, Dr. Davis responded. Okay, I said. Alright, Sierra, you feel that pressure because your babies are in position to be born. You are 10 centimeters, and it is time to push sweetheart. I will be right back, Dr. Davis spoke, and ran out of the room. You ready beautiful? Pretty soon you are going to give me, the most precious gift I will ever receive, Jules said, kissing me on the lips. I just smiled at him, I was just so nervous and praying that my children were born with no complications. Miss Simone, Ari, and Grams came in the room. Jules told Ari to tell Zeeland to come stand by the door so that he could hear the babies being born. I understand why he wouldn't come in the room, and I appreciate him for that. The doctors and nurses entered the room, and it was time for me to push. Okay, Sierra I need you to slide down a little for me, I'm going to move my hand around and check baby A's position. The head is crowning, and we will watch the monitor when you are having a contraction you will push alright? Dr. Stevens said, I was glad to see her. I could feel the contractions, but it was nothing like before, and I began to push as the doctors coached me along. Good job baby, I love you, Jules said as he continuously kissed my forehead, and rubbed my hair. Okay, Sierra, let's go push. Dr. Stevens yelled, and I pushed and continued to push for 10 minutes or so before I pushed my first baby out. You did good baby, I'm proud of you beautiful, Jules said. Great job Sierra, your daughter is beautiful. Dad would you like to cut the cord? Dr. Stevens asked Jules, and he cut the cord. The special team took her to check her out, and they continued to work on me. Hearing my daughter's cries, had me and Jules in tears. I'm glad Toya had Carrie in the waiting room she would have been horrified. Okay, Sierra, it's time to do it again, and then you can rest sweetheart, Dr. Stevens said, because I was indeed tired. I pushed one time and my baby boy was born, a few minutes after my daughter. Both babies were screaming their little hearts out. Jules was over with the babies, watching everything the doctors were doing while they finished up with me. Oh, Ci, they are so damn beautiful. Congratulations, they are small but so darn cute, Ari screamed, as tears flowed down her face. Baby, I'm so proud of you. Those babies are adorable. That son of yours is going to be fine like his daddy. Girl, you did that shit. Having fine babies is a blessing, Graham said laughing. Ms. Voss, I'm Dr. Michaels, I'm the baby's pediatrician. I'm going to let you spend a few moments with them. The nurse will bring them to the nursery, so that I can run a few tests just to make sure they are okay. Once we get a clear sign that they are alright, they can come back to see you. Your daughter is 5 pounds and 19 inches long, and your son is 5.6 pounds and 2 inches long. A little underweight but enough to be healthy babies, Dr. Michaels said, and I nodded. Jules and Zelan were now looking at the babies as the nurse picked one of them up and handed it over to Jules. Then she picked the other baby up and walked over to hand to me. When she placed my son in my arms, and he opened his eyes, I was in love. He had the prettiest gray eyes I have ever seen, and he looked just like his father. Would you like to meet your daughter, beautiful? Jules asked, smiling down at me. I nodded because I was just so full of joy, and the tears were falling. When Jules placed my daughter in my arms, I was astonished. This baby was so beautiful, and she had eyes like her father. But the most astonishing part was she looked like a mini version of Carrie. I looked at Jules, and he was staring at me so intense. The stare was something I have never seen before. Baby, are you alright? I asked. I'm fine, beautiful, you just made me the happiest man in the world. Nothing in my life compares to this feeling you have given me, and I just want to thank you for not giving up on me. I know it was hard, and I love you more than you could ever imagine, beautiful, Jules stated, and I was in a ball of tears. I love you too, baby. Jules, doesn't she look just like Carrie? I asked him. Yeah, she looks exactly like Carrie, that is what me and Zelan was discussing a few minutes ago, he said. CI, congratulations, baby girl, you gave me a beautiful niece and nephew to spoil, Zelan said with a big smile. Thanks, bro, please don't spoil them too much, I told him.
Fat chance on
Beautiful,
that.
that's like talking to a brick wall. You see what he does with Carrie. I wouldn't be surprised if the babies didn't already have cell phones waiting on them, Jules stated, and everyone burst out laughing. All T know is, it is amazing how one child was born with Sierra's eye color, and one was born with Jules' eye color. Graham said, and Simone agreed. That my lady is called a beautiful mix of love, Jules said and kissed his daughter. The babies are here, EECICI, Carrie yelled, running into the room with Toya behind her. Yes, Munchkin, the babies are here, I responded, laughing at how excited Carrie was. Daddy, can I see them? Carrie asked her dad. Jules placed Carrie on the bed, so she could see her brother and sister. The babies both stared at her as she started speaking. Hello, my name is Carrie and I'm your big sister. I will tell you what to do, and you have to do it, okay? Carrie said, and she got no response and had the cutest little scrunched up face. Baby, they can't talk yet, all they will be able to do is look at you and smile if they feel like smiling, Jules explained to Carrie. Okay, Daddy, but they need to hurry up and talk, Carrie yelled, as she leaned over and kissed her brother and sister. These little boogers need some names. Have you both decided what you will name them? Miss Simone asked. Yes, actually we did come up with names, Jules responded, looking over at me as he nodded and smiled. Our daughter's name is Ms. Lila Simone Kassom, and our son name is Jules Tristan Kassom Jr., I said. Grams, and Miss Simone were in tears. Y'all named her after us? Oh, she gon' be a bad woman when she grows up, Simone. Grams yelled out, and they gave each a high five. All we could do was laugh, because they were so serious. Thank you both for giving this beautiful girl my name, I truly am touched, Miss Simone said. Beautiful name choices, guys, Ari stated. CI, you and Jolas did really good. They are so beautiful, and will be spoiled as ever, Toya stated. The door to my room came opened, and Meek walked in with flowers and gifts for the babies. Congrats to the both of you, Meek said, looking down at the now S. Then, Eating babies. You bruh, we appreciate that, Jules responded, and I smiled up at Meek. The nurse came in to get Lila, and LJ to get all the testing done and I was going to get some rest with my man. All that he has been through I know. He was exhausted. Everyone stayed for a few more minutes and decided to go back to Zealand's house for some rest. They promised to come back later today. Chapter 22 Jules was sitting here holding my son and prayed over his life. I wanted nothing but the best for my children and prayed to God that they didn't have to deal with the evils of this world. Lila and LJ checked out to be very healthy babies, and they were going to be released with their mother today. I was a little concerned that they let us go so quickly, but my mother said that if the birthing process was normal with no complications they would let you go home. I was still a little unsure, and so was Sierra about going home and the babies being born early. I with the doctor, and he arranged for a nurse to come and do in-home visits daily for a couple of weeks until we were comfortable. It was a cost, but I didn't really give a shit about that, just as long as Sierra was at ease about her children being cared for. Sierra is getting comfortable with the idea of being a mother, and I was so proud of her. Beautiful, you ready to go home and get in your own bed? Hell yes, this bed sucks, see I said laughing as she breastfed Lila, before we left. Elle had already gotten his feeding and was asleep. We decided to call him LJ instead of Little Jules. I told CI I would get tired of saying that shit. So, we decided on LJ and Sierra thought it was so adorbs as she would say. I felt good that the Javier, Kenya, and Xavier shit was behind us and we could now move on with our life. I had connections with the authorities, and so did my grandfather. His reach was so much longer than mine when it comes to the authorities, so I was good. He called this morning saying he was coming to New York, so he could meet his great-grandchildren, and to celebrate Zealand's birthday with us. Today was my brother's birthday, and we all planned to celebrate later at our home. Only because CI wasn't able to go anywhere and she wanted to. This is the first time that he'd be a part of it. Her of us would see the new home, now that it was all finished. Even the baby's nursery is complete. I decided to have teehee nannies that take care of Carrie, take care of the twins. CI said she didn't want anyone new to come in. She trusted the ladies we already have, and agreed. Ms. Voss, you are all set to leave. Here is your discharge paperwork, and the nurse that is assigned to you for home visits will come out later today. You two enjoy those beautiful babies. Someone will be up to assist you both downstairs, the nurse said, and left the room. Everyone was dressed and ready to go. I sent Jeff a text to pull up front to came in with a wheelchair. I had both babies in the double stroller along with the bags and we were on our way out. Once we got everyone situated in the new home, my mother and Malai was already arrival. One felt like my life was complete. I haven't felt like this in years and I was happy to just sit back and breathe a little. About 45 minutes later we were pulling up to our gates. I got out and scanned my eyes just as the gates up. My guards were at the booth and we drove up the driveway to our home. Jules, this is so beautiful. I swear I just can't believe it's our home. It was beautiful when I first saw it but now, this place is beyond gorgeous, Sierra said. Yeah, they did a great job getting it together for us. I can't wait to see the inside of the place, I told CI. They had landscape of the property on point, so many flowers, and the waterfall set everything off just right. When we got out the car, Malai was standing at the door ready for us to come in. Sierra, when you get some rest, I need you to show me your secrets because obviously I didn't do something right. Damn, this house is bad as hell, granddaughter, Malai yelled, and I smiled because my beautiful lady did everything right. I was just a dumb ass. Grams, what are you talking about? I didn't do anything but fall in love with my children's father, Sierra said, and I stopped to look at her. We going to have to change the status of this relationship, and quick. I didn't want her to be just my baby mama, the mother of my kids or whatever. I wanted her to be my wife, and Kari's mother. When we stepped in the house I couldn't believe how this place looked. It was set in neutral warm colors of cream, brown, and gold. There was a big foyer with a huge crystal chandelier hanging. Black art adorned the cathedral ceilings. As we moved further into the house, a long square-shaped chandelier graced the ceiling of the hall that led to the library, family room, laundry facility, Sierra's office, and my office. The house had 8 bedrooms, and 5 bathrooms, 2 movie theaters, gym, game room, and indoor and outdoor swimming pools. I can't wait until Sierra sees the surprise I have for her downstairs. Jules, this place is amazing. I can't thank you enough, see, I said, smiling hard as hell. Beautiful, I will give anything to see that smile daily, no thanks needed. I should be thanking you over and over again, I told her. Son, this house is gorgeous and huge. Your brother already calls the old house a museum. What has he decided to call this one? My mother asked. Mom, I don't know, and I don't think I want to know. See, come go with me, I have a surprise for you, I told her, laughing, when we made it to the basement and Sierra saw her surprise because she couldn't miss it. Jules, you didn't. Sierra yelled, and hugged me tight. I had a Cheesecake Factory display set up, and it would be set up for her daily. Whatever cheesecake you saw in the restaurant was also in this display. Sierra loved the Cheesecake Factory, so now anytime that she wanted a slice, all she had to do is come downstairs. I'm glad you love it, I told her. I do, and I will be back down real soon. Let's get the babies squared away upstairs, Sierra said, and we took the elevator to the second floor to get the babies. When we got beautiful, I will give anything to see that smile daily, no thanks needed. I should be thanking you over and over again, I told her. Son, this house is gorgeous and huge. Your brother already calls the old house a museum. What has he decided to call this one? My mother asked. Mom, I don't know, and I don't think I want to know. See, come go with me, I have a surprise for you, I told her, laughing, when we made it to the basement and Sierra saw her surprise because she couldn't miss it. Jules, you didn't. Sierra yelled, and hugged me tight. I had a Cheesecake Factory display set up, and it would be set up for her daily. Whatever cheesecake you saw in the restaurant was also in this display. Sierra loved the Cheesecake Factory, so now anytime that she wanted a slice, all she had to do is come downstairs. I'm glad you love it, I told her. I do, and I will be back down real soon. Let's get the babies squared away upstairs, Sierra said, and we took the elevator to the second floor to get the babies. When we got beautiful, I will give anything to see that smile daily, no thanks needed. I should be thanking you over and over again, I told her.
Yeah, she's stuck in a loop, y'all. Hold on. Know what her problem is. Let's see. I know. I think it's because I'm trying to edit too. I don't know, but we're going to figure it out. Yeah. Stop. All right. So I'm going to end this right here. No, I can't. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if it'll work. No, that's not where I was. Yeah, we're stuck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this. I'm gonna have to stop it, and I'll be back later. If not tonight, it will most definitely be tomorrow. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on, but I will get back with you all.